let's get our fucking star rating back up and go talk to Liam, shall we? Because he at least likes us. A little bit, maybe. Liam waved to me before he got in the car. He looked excited to see me. Cool. I winked back to see if I could get a laugh. It seemed to work. Hey, Lina. Wow, what are the odds we'd see each other again? Out of all the neocabs in all of Los Ojos, he gets into mine. Fate? How have you been, Lina? Kinda rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Anything in particular? There's something going on with my friend. I can't really get in touch. It's stressing me out. She's been flaking on me a lot. I can't stand that. Oh god, same, but I know she's got a lot going on. It's fine, mostly. So, what about you? Wait, you got one of those things on your arm. No way. The Feel Good TM. Wow. Yeah, actually, Savvy gave it to me. Huh, interesting. How do you feel about it? Honestly, it's kind of weird. I know, right? I find it so bizarre, just as a concept, putting your emotions on display. Doesn't it make you uncomfortable? I find the tech behind it cool, but I do find the concept kind of awkward because I don't feel like your emotions should just be on display like that necessarily. I don't know. It does sometimes. But I've been told that I have a lot of feelings, like a lot. And the feel grid sort of draws them out of me. Yeah, I need to stop. Stop what? Being all thinky, dissecting stuff. I like thinky. It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of LO, but... Lina, not to bring the room down, or the car, I guess, but can I ask you something? Of course! Do you know anything about Sophie Lemieux? Lemieux? I don't know how to say that. The late Sophie? I know a few things, yeah. That she was a ballerina, that she was hit by a car, and that Capra's trying to pass a law with her name on it. Well, after I left you the other night, I went out to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal, lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars, about Capra or whatever. There was this portrait of her, full ballet pose, arabesque, surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds... like a lot. It really was, although what really struck me was... the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow, and it was coming off people's wrists. Feel grids. Are they really that popular here? I haven't seen too many. But people seem to know what they are. I think they're gaining traction. Well, at the vigil, feel grids were everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one possible interpretation. It's just, here are some sad people. You know they are sad because they are blue. It's weird, you know? Yeah. But it's not that simple. There are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there, green and yellows too. What do those mean? Calm, relaxed, positive, chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I show up at a funeral and my feel grid says I'm stoked, you're just enjoying happy memories. Probably, sure. But there's so much room for error, misinterpretation. I keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile until you slap a feel grid on it. I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So, you're not in the market for one then? At least the look is interesting, and I almost got a free one. Who's handing out free feel grids? Good question. So I'm at the vigil, yeah? Everything's blue, it's dreamlike, mournful, but then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a feel grid in the pack, it's a dark zone. I go over there to check them out and they say they're this group called Radix. The word hit me like a gut punch. Maybe I could get some intel if I played this right. Oh, I know about Radix. Well, they were actually trying to recruit. At Sophie's vigil? Interesting. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure, gives Capra more power, doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow, and they said none of those people had field grids when they showed up. Apparently 2 hours earlier, some Capra reps showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. Hold on, is that really true? Radix swore up and down that's how it happened. Yeah, I guess my question is why? Because it puts on a show. Free advertising. And then I take pictures of it and share it with the world. Makes me feel a little... skeeved? Exactly. Yep, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know, I'm more than familiar. That's something I maybe should have told you the other day, when I got weird. When you got weird? Yeah. I got quiet and sort of standoffish, that wasn't fair. Oh wow, no, that was on me. Well, at least let me make one little excuse. I worked for a big Capra-adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got the job really young, working in immersive tech and AI. Loved it. It let me be creative and I felt like I was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good. But then you lose yourself, don't you? Yeah, I feel that. More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. Gross. It was. We just kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives for change, for diversity, helping the right kinds of communities and people. I took so much on, and so did lots of us. But it was just... impossible. What's the phrase? Money talks? Definitely talked louder than we did. So you left the job? I did, for at least this year. They were pretty clear they'd like me back at the end. Will you go? I don't know. I guess maybe this trip is a test, to just see if I can turn my brain off. Be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it float by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at? Doing my best to remain impartial on everything turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. I took a really good picture of an important LO moment, of people experiencing something profound. It might be one of my best, but I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide. And now I can't even say if a photo I took is real. I knew the feeling. Was anything real in Los Ojos? Of course it's real. It's still real people experiencing something real. I have a feel grid. My feelings are still legitimate. Real people, real moment. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but do you think I could send you the picture? You can tell me what you think. I want to share it. I think it's important, but I'd sort of love your thoughts. Be my moral compass? Yeah, send away. Thanks. I'm sorry if I'm being a downer. People come to LO for the lights and sights, you know? And I end up getting right back into the muck. Things are gonna be okay. I think LO is just going through a bit of a phase. Right, aren't we all? But here we are, experiencing the city this way. It's gotta mean something, right? I pulled up to Liam's hotel again. It was hard not to feel a pang of jealousy. Having a decent place to sleep felt like it was part of another timeline for me. And here we are. Cool, thanks for listening to me rant, Lina. And for looking at the photo for me. Anytime, friend. See you in texts. Bye, Liam. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. Did the fate of a de facto Capra and an ad campaign lay in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could sway the Sophie's Law vote? Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. Right, let's have a little look. Hell yeah! 2 for 2 on positive interactions with Lina. Yay, I'm a 4-star again, so I'm not gonna get fucking deactivated. My rating did not decrease just then. I spent so much coin. Oh yeah, I did. But you know what? I earned quite a bit. How did I earn that much? I don't know. Alright, sadly I didn't meet... I met my quota, but I didn't meet my, like, money quota, because I never do. I never do. I don't get that. I never do. Okay, where are we gonna sleep? I feel like we have to sleep in the crappy place again, or maybe we can sleep in a better place. I think my internet just went down. 1 second. Not that it matters right now, because I don't need it to play this game. I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, should we sleep at a 20 coin one? Extraordinary sleep at a very ordinary price. Let's go. It's fine. We can spend like 20 a night. That's fine. Oh no, shit, this is a fucking Capra capsule. Oh, she's gonna be so mad at me. So not only was Savvy missing, whatever was going on was forcing me to give money to Capra, my last resort. I checked in at a kiosk in the hospital white lobby and followed purple floor lighting to elevator 2 and capsule 407. The gleaming shelf slid open at my approach and sealed me in with a soft hiss. I knew it was a glorified torpedo tube. I don't know how they made it feel like a luxury moon pod. It's actually annoying how good Capra is at this stuff. I fell asleep immediately and woke up like my body had just leapfrogged ahead in space-time, but where had my mind gone? I felt foggy and just off. I thought of those body snatcher sci-fi movies, pod people? How about capsule people? Good evening, Lina. Athena, Capra's unflappable AI, chirped at me. Yikes, this whole situation gave me the creeps. I slipped back into my car like I wanted to apologize to it for the betrayal. It won't happen again. I should have read the title. Oh, okay. I didn't know I had to click that. Alright. Physically, I felt clear-eyed and centered like my mind had been doing yoga poses while I slept. My feel grid even glowed a reassuring white. I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. Alright. Alright, we're at a crappy 4-star. Daily goals. I'm never gonna make that. Never. There's no way. Like, I make like 20 at most sometimes. Alright. Rip Sophie. It should have been Capra. Yep. Also, Charlie is the worst. Yes, he is. We will finish you. Right, we're going onto the map. And oh, she's there. Let's go talk to her again. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on, forking reality? You have it backwards. I'm trying to unfork it. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information, which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Here's hoping they announce the choice with a balloon drop. That would be unexpected indeed. So, there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and taint the pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course, but I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savvy was feeding her. It felt gross, like she was a vulture for those moments in life when you feel small and helpless. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can read minds too? You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street? You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh, the timeline will branch in... Wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed the turn into Oubliette. There, did you feel it? literal branching of timelines. No, I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Oubliette. Another down Isidore Street. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lina no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. So you really think that's how it all works? Of course I do, because it does. I have the... what did my mother used to say? Receipts. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum I hate this word! Statisticians can be annoying this way. So, I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but... what do you get out of fixing reality? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. Do you ever use those skills for evil? Not personally. Global financial institutions seem to do quite enough evil on their own. I do permit them to pay me, though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. Cool job. Yours isn't bad either. You know, you live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? That made me happy for some reason. You choose your passengers, don't you? I do. Each choice is a branch. She's so fucking right. She's so right. That other version of you with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate-Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her, and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Oh, thank you, you're making me blush. Shouldn't have to sound quite so surprised. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512-qubit quantum compiler. And assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course. And had 20 hours a week for problem sets. I'll bone up between rides. Don't sound so sarcastic. I learned between shifts at Cannabis Cafe. I didn't think that was going to be sarcastic, though. How am I supposed to know that's going to be sarcastic? Of course, City College was still free back then. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. You didn't nod. You could have nodded. The way the world branches in the subtlest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. I don't feel weird. Stop it. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Where did the decision happen? That's kind of messed up. In a pulse of electricity? Firing in some giant computer? Maybe it was all a simulation after all. My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much other uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us, the Una and Lina that took Oubliette. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. Maybe they're halfway to Vegas by now. That is a very different timeline, my dear. Not a bad one, though. Una shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. Should I lie? I don't know. I felt it too. Either way, well, that's not her saying it, obviously. That's different, yeah. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do you live like this? It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the maths checks out. These are simply the cards we've been dealt. Doesn't it make the world just seem like a fog? I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me, that other you, all those other rides. Maybe we'll meet up at the end, all of us. Probably not, but that's okay. I wished I had her perspective. A life without regret sounded much more peaceful. Oh, I need to get in there. A neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense, they were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs and closed her eyes. I wished her luck. Hell yeah. Give me for that 5-star. She gave me a fucking 4? Fuck you. Tonight's Lina is a fascinating possibility space, not fully manifested. Green. And she didn't even tip me. I thought that was a good ride. Man, she's picky. Apparently, I need to go here. Even that doesn't really make sense, but sure. Get a full charge. Alright, who should we pick up next? There's some people here. There's a person here. There's a person here. Let's go for Anthony Colton. He's a chief cat herder? A glowing holographic arc welcomed me to the Steve district. Cartoon bots bounced around the words science, technology, endeavor, and virtual entertainment. Let's just try this. It's gonna be I'm a blaze. What? Did you just say... Never mind, whatever. Hey, what's up? How did you get in my car when I'm driving? I'm so confused. Where to? There's no destination set. Nothing's up, I just... No, I was saying hey to the Neo cab girl. Are you supposed to talk to them? She probably hadn't been driven by a human in years. I'm telling you, this is a totally authentic way to experience Los Ojos. She's like a sommelier of the urban map. A mobile concierge, if you say so. Actually, the mobile concierge services are extra. Hey, she's feisty. That's funny. I like that. Don't call a woman feisty. The fire. Ha! I love it. Driver, my name is Anthony, and this here is Risa. We're on a first date, and we're looking to benefit from your totally authentic perspective as, like, the soul of Los Ojos. Got any personal insights? Where does someone like you go for a great drink? What kind of stuff are you into? Boutique experiences. We want to go, like, off the beaten path. But, like, also kind of deconstructed and possibly spiritual. This was your fun, surprising date idea, getting a neocab driver to plan it. Just so you know, Risa shared with me that she has some boundaries around human drivers. No, all I said was safety. She's more of an auto car person, you know, so don't take it personally if she's kind of a nervous burger. Hey, that's not... Can you just tell her to take us someplace with drinks, please? I've been doing this a while, don't worry. See? The calm, collected confidence of a pro. So, where are you taking us? Like, what am I supposed to say? You could try New West Coast. Have you heard of Stan's Machine? However the fuck you say that. I think it's a dance club. My friend and I are meeting up there later, and she always had great taste. Oh, wow. Stan's Machine. Yeah, I've never been there, but it's like an EDM institution. I'm not sure Risa and I have the look. Their bouncer's legendary for throwing folks like us out for no reason. Please, no hipsters tonight. Okay, cool. Nah, that's okay. I totally get that. Risa, what were you suggesting earlier? I said we should go to that Piccadilly Circus place rather than pile into this death trap. Piccadilly Circus, right, okay. Driver, to Piccadilly Circus. You got it. So, your profile said you run a tech incubator? Yeah, but I don't like to say I run it, you know? It sounds really hierarchical, and everyone's ideas matter. What have you created that I might have heard of? Right, you're into tech too. Yeah, I don't like to say I created any of it. I take in all the ideas from the team and then we see what emerges. It's like a birth. Oh. I'm sure you can relate. Oh. The air was getting thick. Never a good sign on a date. I had to break the silence. So, how did you two meet? The usual. I liked her profile on Meet Cute. Risa is an amirite lady kicking butt and making software. Well, I'm an AI trainer. I help machines make fewer mistakes. You can do that with machines, whereas you can't with, say, human drivers. As recent events have demonstrated. I gave silent thanks that she wasn't the one in charge of my rating for this ride. Totally. What? Do you even follow the body count on the Capra billboards? I mean, I see them, but is this really the best place to talk about all that? Because of the human driver, you mean? She is just trying to drive the car without murdering anyone, and you're treating her like your personal shopper or whatever. I had to admit, I appreciate her saying the personal shopper part. Wow, I'm feeling a lot of negativity from your side of the cab, Risa. Human drivers kill people, do they not? Bad vibes. I'm just trying to be realistic. Some asshole drove his car through a block party in Luz Rouge. A car just like this one. They've been trying to ram all this anti-car legislation through around here for years. This is bigger than Los Ojos, though. If the law goes through, it could grow into an international movement. And technically, it's not even like a law yet. It's a bill, Sophie's bill. Like she's a duck. Wait, am I going to be out of a job? No, that's a myth. Automaton doesn't take jobs away, it just kind of shifts them. You mean displacement? This one is a good driver, she'll be fine. The autocar economy will create opportunities for people like her. This one, people like her, wow, just wow. These are such harsh places to go on a date. Are you okay? I'm fine, I don't have a problem with emotional subjects. Not you, I was doing a check-in with our driver. Oh, thanks, I'm fine. See, here's a driver who understands that safety for all is not a threat to her future livelihood. I just feel we need to back up, flip it, and reverse it here, Risa. This person is a compassionate professional, and she's been showing us this magical time. And you're wielding your tech industry privilege to silence her. I had to admit, he actually had a good point. I appreciated him trying to see it from my perspective. What? This here is a proud woman. I'm pretty sure she's of colour. Alright, dude. And she's a crucial part of the fabric of our working society. The driver has a name. Oh, you remember it? Yes, it's Lina. Right, it's a beautiful name. How is that spelled? You're being a condescending jerk, Anthony. That was rich coming from her. Lina and I have a connection, right, Lina? Sure. Maybe I should hang out with Lina instead. Go ahead, fine. Hold on a second. I get it. You're busy moving people and changing lives. I respect that, but I'll definitely hit you up for another ride. I'm totally all about the human driver thing. It's flawed and risky. But so are our hearts, right? What a twat. Please stop the car. I'm getting out. Are you serious? Obviously, yes. I was happy to put this date out of its misery. Bye-bye, negative energy. Thanks for reminding me why I prefer Capra. I bet you look at, like, fractals instead of memes. Fractals are beautiful. I'm really sorry about that, amiga. I guess in a way it's kind of on me. I shouldn't have pushed her. It's cool. I actually kind of liked your date idea. Really? See, you get it. I just wanted her to, like, appreciate your work. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's fine. You're really nice. You have a super soothing energy. Oh, thanks. Whoa, check it out. Smuggler's Hideaway. My favorite bar in Los Ojos. This has to be a universe thing. We put it out there and we beat all those bad vibes. This is totally our reward. Let me get you a drink. My way of saying thanks and, like, saluting your energy. My face flushed hot. I wish I could, but I'll meet your friend soon. For sure. Maybe another time, Lina. And I'm totally giving you 5 stars. Thanks, I need to get my stuff up. He did a little prayer hands nod at me as he crossed the street. I couldn't help thinking it was kinda cute. Maybe his next neocab date could be with me. Really? I thought we were a lesbian, but okay, I guess maybe we're bi. Hell yeah. Overall, great vibes and good times. Hell yeah. Thank you for not tipping me at all, you piece of shit. We are not going on a date ever. Oh cool, new message from Liam. Hey Lina. Thanks again for the ride, great talking to you. Here's the picture I took at the Sophie Lemieux vigil. Do I post yes or no? Circle 1. Oh, I don't know. This is a hard choice. This is a hard choice. That we will make in the next video. Bye!